Hi, this is Brad with OpticsCamp.com. Today we're going to look at the See-All Open Sight and the See-All Nite Sight. First, here we have the See-All Open Sight. Okay, this is literally just 2 cubic inches of aluminum and plastic with a lens and a light pipe. Weighs only 2 ounces. Okay, held into place on Picatinny and Weaver rails using these 2 set screws you see here inside the body. Now, this is an open sight that uses 2 elements, the first being that light pipe that collects ambient light, and the second being this curved lens here at the back. And you can see inside the sight here what the reticle looks like. So we just line that up along the top of the sight, and the tip of that triangle becomes your impact point. Okay? Now, this is not a pass-through sight. You don't actually see through this like you would a regular rifle scope. Okay? It functions more like a red dot in that there is no eye relief and no parallax. Anytime you see that triangle, that is where your shot is going to go. Okay? There's no need for a front leaf sight on a rifle or a bead sight on a shotgun. And this will also work on pistols if you have a Picatinny rail adapter installed. Okay? It's fully adjustable and has 70 MOA of windage and elevation. You can see the elevation screw there and your windage adjustment here on the side of the sight. Okay? And it can be mounted on a riser for co-witness on a rifle. Now, the downside to this sight is that it does need some ambient light to function. You can see the green glow there in the lens. Okay? You can see that in very low light, except when there's no light, you won't see it at all. So that's the major disadvantage. Now, the new version of this is the See-All Nite sight. Okay. Modified to be just a little bit slimmer here in the body. Okay. It has the exact same rear lens and the same type of reticle. This one I have here has a crosshair. Now, both of these sights are available with either crosshair or triangle reticle, so you do have a reticle choice on either model. Okay. Another difference here is that this has a clamp-on mount for a Picatinny or Weaver rail instead of the slide-on mount. So this is a little bit easier to mount. You don't need access to the end of the rail to get it onto your gun. Okay. It does function the exact same way. There is a small light pipe there, you can see the green, and a lens to magnify your reticle. Okay. Now, this is also not a pass-through sight, meaning there is no eye relief and there is no parallax. So as long as you can see that crosshair, that is where your shot is going to go every single time. Okay. Now, there are different models of this sight available specifically for pistols with factory dovetails, such as SIG, Glock, your M&Ps, and your Springfield XTs. Now, a major advantage to this version of the sight over the original See-All Open sight is that this one is also tritium lit, meaning that this little white part here holds a tritium element so that you will be able to see your crosshair in complete darkness if there is no ambient light. Now, in comparison, the See-All sight is a little bit bulkier overall. It's a little bit taller and a little bit wider. Okay? With the exception of the mounting screw on the Nite sight, you can see it's just a little bit wider. However, that does come with the advantage that it is slightly easier to mount. Okay? The Nite sight, again, does have that tritium element, making it better for use in situations where you might have no light at all. The See-All Open sight is also about $94. Okay? This one sells for about $100 more, so that's a consideration. So the original See-All sight might be a better option for someone looking for something for a firearm that they just take to the range, or as a main optic on a rifle with a backup iron sight. The Nite sight, again, better where low or no light is a likely situation, or if you want to mount it on a pistol. So there you go. Here's our comparison of the See-All Open sight and the See-All Nite sight.